Hey guys, what's up? I'm Eric, the retro reviewer for Republic of the Geek. This time, not really reviewing, but doing a retrospect on one of my all-time favorite movies, Army of Darkness and the Evil Dead series. Hey guys, so I'm doing a retrospect on the Evil Dead series, including Evil Dead 1, 2, and 3. Now, of course, hopefully everybody that is part of Republic of the Geek and just people of fandom would really enjoy these movies and have seen these movies because they've, in my mind, stood the test of time. They are really great. They are actually anchored by one of my all-time favorite actors, Bruce Campbell. They were all directed by Sam Raimi, who went on to do such movies as Spider-Man, all three movies with Tobey Maguire in them. Not stating that Tobey Maguire was a good Spider-Man, so please don't get me wrong. He kind of sucked. And a movie called Drag Me to Hell. That's really all I'm going to say about that movie, because it was horrible. But back in the day, when Sam Raimi first started out, he actually made a movie called Evil Dead. Now, the basis for Evil Dead was supposed to be a legit horror movie. And, I mean, it was, for the time, pretty horrific. When Evil Dead 2 came out, Evil Dead 2 actually did something that not a lot of sequels do. They actually poked fun at all of the things wrong with Evil Dead 1. So I immediately became a fan. And when Army of Darkness came out, that just changed the game for the better. Don't really need to tell you much because, like I said, most of you have probably already seen Evil Dead 1, 2, or Army of Darkness, or even the remake of Evil Dead that came out not too long ago, which I wasn't really a huge fan of. They did kind of go back to the formula of making a legit horror movie, and it was very graphic and horrific. So it was a legit horror movie, and I did enjoy it. Hopefully, not spoiling anything, but spoiler alert, at the very end of the movie, you get a cameo by Bruce Campbell.
Groovy.
It's the only part in the movie he played in, and it was maybe 2-3 seconds. And that was my favorite part of the movie, actually. Like, I enjoyed the movie, but just to see Bruce Campbell kind of reprise the role of Ash Williams, which was what his character was in the entire trilogy, was really, really kind of just an awesome moment. He kind of looks up at the camera and just groovy, which in the series, he actually had a lot of one-liners.
Yo, she-bitch. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. This is my boomstick!
You know your shoelace is untied.
Swallow this.
Name's Ash. Housewares.
Klaatu, Veranda.
Well, that's just what we call pillow talk, baby.
Groovy.
I got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but two things right now. Jack and shit. And Jack left town.
Good. Bad. I'm the guy with the gun.
Hey, what's that you got on your face?
Huh?
Groovy.
Hail to the king, baby.
Shop smart. Shop S-smart. Shop smart, shop S-smart. You got that?
So there was Groovy, there was Hail to the King, baby, there was Give Me Some Sugar. Just all great one-liners. Gotta love that. Because Bruce Campbell's delivery of his one-liners, epic. They've actually started, well, they had actually started an Evil Dead show, actually on Starz Network, which sadly has just gotten canceled. They did not pick it up. It lasted 3 seasons, and they kind of pulled the plug, which hurt me as a fan, being such a big fan of this series. that Bruce Campbell actually retired from the character of Ash Williams. So hopefully he'll show up in comic books like he usually does, because they do have comic book, like a line of comic books. They've actually done a Freddy versus Jason versus Ash comic book series, which did really, really well. And there was a couple of video games that actually was part of that entire series, which I own all of them because I'm a huge gamer and also, like I said, a huge fan of this series. But in a retrospect, the movies themselves, they just got better with time. Evil Dead 1, like I said, was a horror movie, and it was the start of something brilliant. Evil Dead 2, if you're a fan of B-rated horror movies or cult movies or anything like that, this movie will make you laugh, and you'll be in stitches. It's just hilarious. It has really good parts, and as the king of B-rated movies, Bruce Campbell himself, he couldn't have done any wrong in my eyes. Then Army of Darkness, like I said, changed the game. It came out and was completely amazing. Like, I can't say any bad things about that movie. There was a scene in the movie where he comes up and calls a bunch of people that are standing around primitive screwheads. I've used that line for years because I thought it was so great. He also coined the phrase, "This is my boomstick." Great line in the movie. And then, of course, like I said, later on in life, as he got older and everything, and also did other things like Burn Notice, did a bunch of cameos in a couple of other movies, tried to make a character as big as Ash Williams. Not saying he failed, but nobody has really he's not ever surpassed another character that he's portrayed that was better than Ash Williams. There's actual top 10s of all the characters portrayed, and Ash Williams is always number one. And I've viewed a lot of different videos of top 10s about Bruce Campbell. But Ash Williams was a mainstay and has been for a long time, ever since the movies came out. Like I said, it is very sad that Starz did take a chance on it, even though the fans were pretty much the factor in making the show. And it was sad because it only lasted 3 seasons and then got canceled. Watching the show and owning the seasons, the one thing that I really enjoyed, it was one of my other favorite characters that Bruce Campbell portrayed, was on Hercules and Xena Warrior Princess. If you watch the Evil Dead series on Starz, Lucy, that played Xena in the Warrior Princess, actually is one of the cast members and actually portrays in the Evil Dead series on Starz. And actually, I really enjoyed that because it kind of connected them after so many years of not being on screen together. So that was kind of cool. Plus, it entered in a bunch of other characters that just became part of that universe. So it was really sad to see the show go. I really kind of hope he comes out of retirement, because we all know in Hollywood money talks. So hopefully Bruce Campbell will come back and reprise the role in some way, shape, or form. The other thing is, like a tidbit of information, if you watch the Spider-Man movies, in the part 2 of Spider-Man, they actually, when Doc Ock wakes up in the hospital, there's a part where it shows him and his tentacles actually killing everybody in the room. If you watch that scene and then go back and watch the Evil Dead movies, you can tell that it's a Sam Raimi movie because of his camera work. It was very, very quick shots, and just, I, as a fan, saw that in the movie theater when I saw Spider-Man 2, and I stood up and clapped and applauded because, that's just Sam Raimi's way of filming stuff. But like I said, if you've seen the movie, which I'm guaranteeing you half, if not all of the world has at least heard about it or seen it, if you get a chance, take it off your bookshelf, dust it off, or, do whatever you need to do. It was released on a bunch of different formats, especially Army of Darkness. It was released on Laserdisc. There was, I think, 826 versions of it come out on DVD and Blu-ray. So if you get a chance, take it out, watch it again, watch Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2. If you get a chance, go out and pick up the seasons of Evil Dead from the Starz network. And it's just a really all-around just great series. Like I said, it's sad that he had to retire, but I'm really hoping he comes back. But that was kind of what I wanted to get into today. Like, not really even review the movie, but just go into a retrospective of how great the movie was. And in watching this, hopefully you actually get some time on a Sunday or whatnot, Saturday night, Friday night, whichever, pull a movie out, pull all 3 movies out, and just watch them. And just taking part in greatness, because that's really all I can say about those movies, is they were just downright great. Hey guys, if you like the retrospect or review that I just did, well, more or less retrospect, go ahead and check out the Amazon affiliate in the link below. Just go ahead, if you got some time, check out those Evil Dead movies. Great. Army of Darkness, better. or best, whichever way you want to think about it. But guys, do me a favor. Comment in the section below and let me know what you would like me to review, or even do a retrospect, like an in-depth retrospect on one of your favorite movies, whether it be the 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, you know, later 2000s with all the bullshit that happened then. But yeah, go ahead and do that for me, and I will review the comments, and you know, whichever one works out, we'll do that, or we'll do a couple of them, whichever it is. But just comment in the section below. Don't forget to hit that bell icon and like and subscribe to the page. And don't forget to check out our Twitter, our Facebook, and republicofthegeek.com. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.